Hey there, so today we have another review. This is courtesy of Firestone Walker. This is Easy Jack. Nice kind of like, what is that color? I don't know what to call that color. Peach. Peach. Easy Jack IPA, Session IPA. They don't call it Session IPA. 4.2%, so literally the same ABV as Bud Light Tiny Guy. I think it's Mandarina, Mosaic, and Citra? Yeah. See how this guy turns out. Beer's nice and light, not super pale. Maybe, by the way, it's exploding out of the glass. I can already smell it, which is awesome. The beer comes in a light to almost medium gold color. It's not even like straw. It's like light to medium gold. So it has a little bit of color to it, which is quite nice. Beautiful clarity to that. Wonderful fluffy white head. Yeah, I was exploding out of the glass. And that's this beautiful kind of like sexy, a little bit tropical, dank, thiol-y kind of mosaic thing. Yeah, I mean, it's like, how do you describe it? Mosaic's always fun. A little bit of green tea character. Sometimes I get that. A little bit of melon. It's got a little bit of a dank edge to it. A little bit of this kind of like just a little bit of allium, but not quite all the way there. A little bit of this kind of like gooseberry Nelson thing also going on, but that's mosaic, and mosaic for me just comes off a little bit thiol-y sometimes. So it just has reminders of New Zealand hops or New Zealand Southern Hemisphere hops, etc. Yeah, wow. Big nose. It's just like mosaic punching you in the face. What else am I gonna say? It's a little bit citrusy, a little bit grapefruit pithy, right? But yeah, and then it got dankness in there. Yeah, it's a sweet dankness, like whatever weed strain, whatever you guys know better. It's got this sweet kind of like tropical melon weed dank thing going on. Really nice. Some people associate a mosaic with like cilantro or something like that. Maybe a little bit of that chivy thing going on, but that is a big nose yours for a tiny beer. Yeah. Really nice on the nice and light on the palate. Very almost quote unquote watery, but again 4.2. No, yeah, there's more character to that up front. The first step I didn't really get as much impression, but now it's like got this like hoppy thing that's sort of sticking on your teeth, onto the edges of your mouth. Mosaic's attacking again. A little bit earthy, a little bit allium-y, a little bit fruity, a little bit melony, a little bit of like grapefruit rind, pith, and oils and citrus and all that thing going on. Nice hop saturation. A little bit of lingering kind of like hop myrcene character on the palate. So like, you know, you get this lingering like just green hop thing, which is quite nice. Like really makes you think that you're drinking an IPA. Definitely punches above its weight. Like I would never guess 4.2. I mean, I would have guessed a smaller guy, but you know, maybe 4.8. You know, basically 5% maybe. Yeah, I would guess like 4.8. 4.2 is in my world like a big amount smaller. Like it's just like, wow. It's got a nice heft to it up front too. For such a tiny beer, you get a little bit of kind of crackery chew, a little bit of like nice kind of like lightly sweet malt character. But it's really the hops. The hops are really singing. It's just an intense, sticky hop character that really makes the mouthfeel and experience a little bit bolder and bigger. So it honestly drinks almost a full ABV a bunch. It's above its weight, whatever that saying is. Yeah, it drinks almost like 5, even though the beer's 4.2. That is fantastic session IPA. Again, not many breweries are making these days, and if they've locked this in at 4.2 to be so fruity and aromatic and hoppy on the palate, that is freaking insane. Pardon me. That's a solid 96. That is a great hoppy session beer. Wow. Honestly, I'm gonna go higher. I need more beers like this around these days. That's a 97. That is that's one of the best under 5% hoppy beers I've had in quite a minute. Yeah, one of the best. So that was fantastic. I didn't know what to expect walking into this. A lot of people, in general, including myself, find session IPAs really watery, a little bit bland. But the aromatics just like, I opened the can and poured it, I was like, whoa, I'm in for something. And then on the palate, it really explodes on hop character, mouthfeel. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. This doesn't really taste like an IPA, like full on strength, like 6-7% IPA. But it does so much for beer at 4%, basically. And again, I'm always itching for beers, asking for beers that are around this lower ABV point where you can maybe have 2 or 3, and you'll be actually like, not feeling it too much, versus like going all the way to 0%, right? Versus an NA beer. This obviously has so much more impact than an NA beer, and I'm only at 4%. That's actually crazy. Why drink a Bud Light when you have one of these? Cheers later, guys.